then he says to the whole class, all right, class, first lesson. I'm going to teach you the most important lesson there is to teaching. Are you ready to hear it? Well, yeah. He walks over and he looks at me. I'm sitting in the front row where Rez is sitting. Looks right at me. I'm getting nervous. I'm a shy, quiet, introverted kid. He walks over to my desk and he says, what's your name? And I said,
Schultz. Steven.
Steve, whatever. Schultz, yeah, I probably said Steve. He's like, pleasure to meet you, Steve. Puts his hand out, and what do you think I did?
Back in.
And then, isn't it really weird? He bypasses my hand and grabs my inner arm and goes, thanks for volunteering, Steve, and yanks me up on the stage. I'm like, I didn't volunteer. I'm in panic mode. This is the first time in my entire life, all through elementary, middle, high school, 4-year college degree, I am on stage in front of the audience. I've been through a whole year of teaching prep classes. Never had to be on stage in front of the audience. It's like, Steve, you ready to teach the most important lesson you're ever going to learn?
Yeah.
And I was excited just like Rez right now. He takes me and he brings me over here. And he says, all right, Steve, kick me in the face. What? And I do what Rez said. What? Come on, kick me in the face. And he starts calling me names. Let's go. Whip, kick me in the face.
Do it.
And the whole class is like, what's going on? And I'm nervous. Then he goes, okay, do as I do. Get in a karate stance. And the old man goes, ka-cha! And I'm like, what? He's like, come on, ka-cha! He's like flexing. I'm like, what's happening? He goes, let me show you. You ready? And he goes, ka-cha! I'm like, what the? He goes, now do it to me, Steve. Kick me in the face. Where's the ka-cha? Come on! Ka-cha! Do it! Ka-cha! Let me hear the roar! Ka-cha! What? Ka-cha! Say it! Ka-cha! Kick me! Kick me! Get air, man! Let's go! Kick me! Ka-cha! Ka-cha! Kick! Kick! Kick, man! Don't beat up the bear! Beat up me! Kick me! Kick me! Let's go! Ka-cha! Oh my goodness! And then he grabs me by the arm again. He walks me to my desk. He sits me down. He said, everyone, please give Steve a round of applause. He just taught you the most important lesson in becoming a great teacher. And Buck Mars walks to the desk, sits down, folds his leg, doesn't say a word for like a minute. And we're like, what? He's like, oh, you don't know what the lesson is? No. We're like, no, Buck. He goes, oh, let me explain to you what Steve and I just did for you. You're all trained to become high school teachers. And every day of your lives, for the rest of your lives, you're going to a place with a bunch of teenagers who don't want to be there, who are forced to be there. Many are hungry. Many are sad, depressed. Some are abused. Some are just going through the normal angst of puberty and trying to figure out who they are in the world. They're in conflict and pain. And every day of your lives, you've chosen a career where someone's going to kick you. Hopefully, metaphorically. In some places, you're not so lucky, depending on where you teach. Every day of your lives, someone's going to kick you. And you only have one job as a teacher, not to kick back. As Rez was going, ka-cha! I was stepping back, and stepping back, and stepping back. That's your number one job as a teacher, is to step back and not kick back. Don't take things personally. It's not about you, it's their pain. And when someone is in pain, they inflict pain. And you only add to more pain when you try and chop back and show them how powerful you are as a teacher and authority figure. They have one job. Not to take it personally. And in doing so, you can love them as the person they are who's hurting. People who are in pain inflict pain. If you want to heal their pain, you can't take it personally. You got to step back and not kick back. And I didn't quite get it then. But after 13 years of teaching, I get it now. I don't have that stress so many teachers have about this person, this, and they're crying. I don't kick back. Remember Mr. Hort, Miss Christian taught, choose your response. I chose not to do it. You cannot control how people are going to treat you. You can always control your response to them. Whether you're a classroom teacher, a parent, any kind of leader. Last week I gave out gifts, those little cards with the corduroy buttons on them, and some kid ripped it up right when I gave them. I paid for that with my own money. I kept like, how dare you, blah, 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 blah. You insulted me. I didn't take it personally. It's a gift you didn't want. Didn't say a word. Oh, well. Yes, last period, someone was on their phone when I was talking. Hey, please get off your phone. They're rude doesn't mean I need to be rude. Don't kick back. The power you have is when you don't need to use your power. This is the first 5 minutes. You have the power to change the room by making new choices. I want to challenge you right now. It was the exact same class. Classroom management, different professor. Changed everything. How can you change the rooms you're going into? Your classrooms, your locker rooms, the boardroom, the research room, the break room at work. How can you change the rooms by you being in it and making new choices? You don't like where you are, make new choices. Your decisions determine your destiny. And what I also realized in the first 5 minutes with Buck Mars, he did for me what no teacher could do for me in my first 20 years on this planet. He got me on stage. I was this autistic, shy, speech impediment afraid kid. He got me on stage, and at first I was a little awkward, doing like, good job. But eventually I was like, good job, let's go, man. I was into it. And after a while, I wasn't afraid anymore what the audience thought of me. In fact, I learned what it felt like not to have and the audience was dying of laughter. They were rolling on their seats. Some kid was like urinating himself. He was laughing so hard. The classroom was silent. A week earlier, miserable. In the first 5 minutes, we're laughing hysterically, not at me, because of me. That's a big difference. Because of me. Thanks to Buck Mars showed me. I'll do it first. He showed the class, I'm going to be silly. So Steve, you can be silly too. Do the call of the wild. Ka-cha! Get wild. And a kid who never thought it was possible, who no one ever told me it was possible, let alone grabbed me inside my arm and yanked me up and showed me. Do as I do. Do after me, Steve. I'm with you. I physically got you. You're not alone. You're not alone on stage. I'm with you, brother. He was showing me how to be a teacher. If you want the kids to retain, you got to entertain. You want the kids to retain, you got to entertain. He taught me how not to fear the audience. It matters. He showed me how to do it in 5 minutes. What no one did, elementary, middle, high school, or college prior. The power of leadership, of new choices. From that day forward, I became more confident. He literally took the old me and ripped me out of my desk. And my fears and insecurities and doubts were replaced with dreams and confidence and aspirations. Ka-cha! Old man Buck Mars. How many remember in vivid detail your first day of class from any class? I don't, except Buck Mars' class.